A lot of so-called creative work at agencies serving big brands isn't actually that creative. It's formatting, it's tweaking, it's following guidelines that may or may not be backed by data. Sometimes they're just preferences of decision makers. And AI, it's built for exactly this kind of work. Now, I saw this firsthand as a lead copywriter on a major telecom brand, writing for fiber internet, mobile plans, iPhones, Samsungs. You get it. And while we created some original work, a huge part of the job was translating campaigns from other agencies into emails, display ads, direct mail, etc., and making sure they fit the right format, met strict brand rules, and checked compliance boxes. The creative constraints, they were everywhere, and there were things like subject lines had to include words like phone or internet. Pre-headers had to spell out the offer, whether it flowed naturally or not. Designs followed strict templates too, often leaving little room for variation. Now, this wasn't about coming up with big, fresh ideas. We weren't composing original music. We were playing from a pretty rigid score, making sure everything stayed in tune. And at the creative director level, a big part of the job was navigating approvals, balancing stakeholder input, and making sure campaigns stayed within brand guidelines. So when AI can handle execution at scale, the real question becomes, where does human creativity add the most value? If the core creative is already set and execution is just tweaking for different audiences and optimizing conversions, then what's stopping AI from doing it better, faster, and cheaper? AI isn't just handling repetitive tasks, it's reshaping how we think about creative work. And as agencies adapt, some traditional creative roles will become obsolete, while others evolve into something more strategic. The brands that win, they aren't saying, let's make 100 AI-generated ad variations faster. They're saying, we need to increase fiber internet signups by 20%. How do we reverse engineer that goal? AI tools are here to solve real business problems, not just churn out more content. And the creatives who will thrive, they aren't just learning AI tools, they're rethinking the entire approach. Instead of how do we produce the same work just faster, they're asking what business problems are we actually solving? They're not just playing from someone else's score anymore, they're starting to compose and conduct. AI helps us clarify our goals, dig into data, and create work that delivers results, not just more of the same, though it can do that. The creative world isn't dying, it's evolving. But if you only see yourself as, say, a copywriter, an art director, or a motion graphics designer, you're missing a bigger opportunity. Creative directors, your value isn't just in managing the process, it's in understanding which strategies actually solve business problems and how AI can help execute them smarter.